first, welcome to Comic-Con. I'm guessing this is not your first time.
Thanks. No, it's definitely not my first time. I think this is our fifth year coming to do Phineas and Ferb panels here, so I feel like a bit of a veteran now to Comic Con in a great way because it's a lot of fun every year.
And what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, I actually I got in last night, so I got to like walk around the convention floor for preview night, and I really enjoyed seeing a lot of the booths not too crazy busy because I got to like kind of like sneak around and see them all in without them being super packed. And the AMC Walking Dead booth looks really, really cool this year, so it's awesome.
I haven't gone there yet, so I'll have to
Yeah, it's kind of all designed like the prison in the show, so it's very cool.
And do you read any comic books as well, or just strictly the TV?
I've read a few graphic novels, but I don't read a ton of comic books. I've read a few, but the graphic novels I've read have been really, really cool. So.
Well, let's talk about Phineas and Ferb. Big fan of the show. I think it's really awesome. When I discovered it, I was like, where has this been? So what do you think that appeals so much to people like old and younger?
Yeah, well, thank you, number one. I appreciate you saying that. But I think the appeal of the show for, both kids and adults, because I know we have even like a lot of like college students who have told me that they really like the show, like college age viewers. And I think what does that is really just our writing. Our writers write to make themselves laugh, and it just so happens that their humor is ridiculous enough for kids to love as well. So we have a great sense of immaturity as well as a great sense of maturity as well. And so we got these jokes in there that kids are never going to get. We have references to like things like Miami Vice that were on before I was born. So the kids aren't going to get those, but the parents are going to get them. And so it's always the biggest compliment when I hear parents of kids who are fans of the show saying, "Thank you so much for doing this show that we can all watch together." And I'm not pulling my hair out having to watch this show with my kids. I actually really find it funny. So that's a huge compliment to us because we want families to be able to watch the show, and we want parents to like the show with their kids and not, freak out about it.
And after, I think this is your fourth season, so after so many seasons, so many episodes, do you still get surprised by the kind of stuff they come up with?
I definitely do because we have a lot of language on the show that is completely made up for a lot of the inventions that I make, and so I'm constantly surprised when I get the script. I'm like, really? Okay. Well, yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to ask how they want all of this to be said today. So it's definitely they definitely keep me surprised, especially with like what we're doing with Mission Marvel. A couple years ago, I never would have thought we'd have the opportunity to do something like that. But once Disney got a hold of the rights to Marvel, that kind of became a much more exciting option for us to explore. And so things like that, I definitely think they've surprised me in the moment. But I don't think there are any limitations to what we're able to do with Phineas and Ferb, and I think that's a great part of being on a show like this.
Yeah, so my next question was going to be about the Marvel episode, Mission Marvel, right? So can you tease a little bit about what we can expect from that episode?
Yeah, basically, it's a really cool Phineas and Ferb and Marvel kind of crossover thing that we're doing. This special involves characters from all your favorite Marvel comic books, and as well as not just superheroes but the villains too, all kind of coming to Danville and interacting with Phineas and Ferb and all your favorite characters from our show. And there's a bit of a dilemma about their superpowers that happens because of Dr. Doofenshmirtz and the villains. And I don't want to give too much away about what happens with the powers, but it ends up being very fun, and the things that Dr. Doofenshmirtz does are pretty ridiculous in the show, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I think people are really going to like it. Fans of both Marvel and Phineas and Ferb, I think, will find that we stay pretty true to the source material.
Can Doofenshmirtz get any more ridiculous than he already is?
Trust me, he definitely can, because the villains in Mission Marvel come to Doof assuming he is the greatest supervillain of all time. Little do they know that what they're in for. So this episode is very, very funny. I got a good thrill out of it just recording it, so I'm excited to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. And is there, out of all the things that Phineas and Ferb have invented, is there something that if you could bring to life, you'd be like, for a day, I'd be like, this is what I'd do?
I always really liked the episode we're getting the band back together, when we get like this 1980s band called Love Handle back together for our parents' anniversary. And I've always thought, it would be pretty cool if I was able to just get a broken up band back together just for one event for my own benefit. just for someone's birthday, for someone's anniversary, I could be like, you know what? No, I'm gonna get Pink Floyd back together. I'm gonna get a band back together and make that happen. So that'd be really cool.
It's a good pick. That's a good pick. Nothing too crazy. It could happen.
No, it's not too zany. It's something reasonable enough that I think would be a really cool, fun thing for me to be able to do for myself.
And since we're at Comic Con, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's ever been a Phineas and Ferb go to Comic Con episode.
No, I mean, there has been something very similar to this. They go to a convention for two of their favorite fantasy / sci-fi movie franchises. One of them similar to Lord of the Rings, and one of them similar to sort of like Star Wars, Star Trek. And there's sort of a big like battle at the convention between the different fans of like what's better and what is a more what's a better franchise overall. And
Just like real life.
yeah, exactly. And the creator of the special effects in the two franchises has to kind of come in and like teach us that no, it's okay, don't worry. And it's played by Kevin Smith, actually, the voice. So that's pretty cool.
So if Phineas and Ferb were to come to Comic Con, what do you think they'd be up to?
I think they'd probably create like the biggest booth there. I think for whatever their favorite franchise was, they'd make just the most insane interactive booth you can think of, where all the fans could come and have an adventure of their own.
I would totally go to that booth.
I would too. I would love that. I wish most of the things we do in the show were things I could actually do, because they are really cool.
And now I want to switch to the Final Fantasy that you're doing as well. Is Final Fantasy 13-2, or is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's called Lightning Returns, and I actually don't know what the final title of the game is going to be, but that's what they're presenting it as at Comic-Con right now. And it's actually great because I went over there last night. Like I said, I was there for the preview night, and they let you play the game, which I didn't know they were going to allow people to play it here at Comic-Con. So I went over and I played it for a little bit, and I like put in the headphones, I was listening, and immediately I was just hearing my voice. And I thought that was so weird for me. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, cool, that's awesome. Because I wasn't expecting to be able to get to play the game and hear myself, but they have it here on the floor, so it's really cool. I hope people check it out.
That was gonna be my question. Is it weird? So are you a gamer?
Oh, I love video games. I constantly play them. I just got Injustice a little bit ago, and I have not stopped playing that with my friends.
Is it the superhero fighting?
Yeah,
Oh my God,
it's just
I started playing that.
superhero fighting game, which is awesome.
So do some of your friends end up playing the Final Fantasy games, and they're like, this is so weird. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, the thing with me is like I never try to like, especially with my friends, I never like constantly talk about the things that I'm working on. So I still remember back in high school when I did the first Final Fantasy video game that I worked on, where Hope was a playable character, and a lot of people that were really, really excited about that. Who were Final Fantasy, fanatics, who I didn't know that was something that they like to do. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of people who are definitely hardcore Final Fantasy fans who have greatly enjoyed getting to hear my voice as they play the game, which is pretty cool.
And what do you think is like a misconception that people have about voice actors or actors that do voices?
The strangest thing for me is I don't think a lot of people know how voice acting happens in general. I don't think people know how animation works or how the video games that they play get made. Because I've taken a few friends to sessions of Phineas and Ferb or different things that I've worked on, and people have been like really surprised that that's actually how that works. Most people think that when I do Phineas, they adjust the voice after I do it, but it's just actually like a voice actor creating a voice. Not for some reason people don't actually know that the actors are doing that. So I feel like, yeah, there are a lot of people who don't fully understand. I mean, most people at Comic-Con I feel like know how it works. But there are definitely a lot of fans of, animation and of video games who don't actually know how it works. So.
Can I just say how excited I was like to hear Phineas? I was like, oh my God.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad. Thank you so much.
And my final question for you will be, so Doofenshmirtz has his own vlog channel.
Yeah.
And I think that Phineas and Ferb should get their own too.
I think we should get one too. I'm going to have to talk to some people about that.
I'll have to call my brother and see what we can do about that.